What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to episode 2 of Raw Talk. The inspiration for today's episode was actually a call that I had about 10 minutes ago with a new client, a brand new client. She's been in the program for 3 days and she is very anxious about seeing results. And this is something I see quite a bit, but I definitely think it is one of the biggest hindrances to the overall process. When we are going about a life-changing transformation and we're white knuckling the steering wheel as we're doing it, we're like, imagine you're driving a car. You're going from one destination to the other, and you're like stressed out the whole time you're driving. It's like you make the process so much harder on yourself. You're never going to want to drive. You're not going to want to leave your house. You're not going to want to get in the car and go from point A to point B. And when you're in a process of transforming your body, you're trying to cut down on body fat. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You don't want to start looking for results in day 3. You want to measure your progress week to week. See how I did week 1. See how I did week 2. And that's the reason why I run my program the way I do. We have daily check-ins, a very specific formula for checking in every single day and in tracking certain habits that we're participating in. We're not tracking all of our calories. We're not counting calories. We're not counting macros. We're not doing any of that. We are identifying our eating patterns, our eating habits. We're identifying our moving patterns, our moving habits, and we're tweaking little things to take us from where we're currently at to a lifestyle that we can sustain for 50 years, 60, 70 years. A lot of my clients are coming to me between the ages of 25 and 40. So you think about a life, what's the rest of their lifespan? 40, 50, 60 years. We need something sustainable so that you don't jump into a transactional program, lose a bunch of weight in 2 months, and then go right back to all your old habits and gain it all right back. You need a process that gets you from where you are to where and who you're going to be for the rest of your life with regards to your health. I think a lot of people that go through this process that white knuckle everything from the jump, they do themselves a great disservice. They set themselves up for failure a little bit because the first time they don't see progress, they go, oh, this doesn't work. I didn't see progress in the first 3 days. If I didn't see progress in the first 3 days, there's no way this works. Not true. Not true at all. You need to give yourself a time horizon of weeks and months to be in a process, to be seeing change. And a lot of my clients, they see good progress in the first week. They see 5 to 10 pounds in week 1, 15 pounds in the first month. It's not unheard of. Now I know, here come all the ChatGPT scientists telling me, oh, you're only supposed to lose a pound a week, whatever. I've seen people lose much more than that at a very healthy rate, and they're fine. So if you are somebody who is embarking on a fitness journey, you're embarking on a fat loss, weight loss journey, let go. Let go of the need to daily see the scale go down. Let go of this, I want to see results. Let go of that. Just trust the process. Do the things you need to do to get the results that other people have gotten from doing the same things that you are now doing. Relax. Don't be married to the scale. Don't be married to this unsustainable psychological endeavor. Anybody who goes about anything and succeeds in the long run, they relax into the process. They step into flow state with it. They sit with it and it just becomes part of who they are. If you're struggling every day to, do your intermittent fasting, let's say, that's part of what we do here. We intermittent fast from 9 p.m. until noon the next day. If that's too much of a struggle for you, after a few days, we can tweak it. Intermittent fasting is not a magic pill. It's merely a metric for controlling the time window within which you can put calories in your mouth. That's it. That's all we're doing with intermittent fasting. And so if it's a white knuckle thing for you in the beginning, we'll tweak it. We'll give you a protein dense breakfast earlier than your 12 noon fasting window or eating window open time. And we don't let you consume crazy calories. We just tweak it to where you're not stressed out. Too much stress, high cortisol levels, it's gonna break you psychologically. And as soon as this breaks, the rest of it breaks. As soon as you give in to your, oh, this is too hard, you're done. That's why so many people start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. People go from doing nothing, absolutely nothing, to trying 75 hard. That's insane. I'm an in-shape person. Doing 75 hard for me would be really hard. I can't imagine trying to go from like zero physical activity week to week, not eating well, drinking alcohol, participating in a bunch of bad habits, to trying to do 75 hard. It's just not feasible for most people. Some people, you can turn it on, you can go from 0 to 100 and go, but that is a very select few people that can do that. For a majority of the people, you need to just start implementing simple, repeatable, healthy habits and let them build on one another. You try to overhaul everything from day one, you're setting yourself up for failure. You want to build a solid foundation of healthy habits and then build from there. If you're 35% body fat or more, 25% body fat or more, and you're completely inactive, you get 1,000 to 2,000 steps a day, you eat like crap, you participate in a bunch of doom scrolling and sitting on your butt constantly. If you have a bunch of bad habits, starting on day one of implementing new good habits, a great way to set yourself up for failure is to expect yourself to be doing everything perfectly and seeing results in the first 72 hours. It's a perfect way to set yourself up for failure. Instead, what you should do is think about, this week, I'm going to cut out alcohol. Get through a week of that. Okay, next week, I'm going to implement my intermittent fasting. Get through a week of that. Okay, the next week, I'm going to continue doing no alcohol. I'm going to continue doing intermittent fasting, but now I'm going to add in getting 10,000 steps a day. Okay, cool. Got that done. Going into week 4, now I'm going to really start focusing on what I'm eating during my fasting window. This isn't exactly how we do it in the program, but it's a sustainable way that you can do it if you're trying to go about this on your own. You need dominoes. You need one domino to fall first. Everybody's got a lead domino that starts them on the path of getting unhealthy, from going from unhealthy to getting healthy. For me, that lead domino was walking every morning. The 3 W's: wake up, drink a glass of water, go for a walk. That was my lead domino. I did that every day. And that's what got me on the path of throwing kettlebells, being active every day, shooting basketball all the time, going on bike rides, now running, working out, eating healthy. My lead domino: wake up, drink a glass of water, go for a walk. Your lead domino may be cutting out alcohol. Your lead domino may be starting to intermittent fast. Your lead domino might be my lead domino, which is wake up, drink a glass of water, go for a walk. Whatever it is, you've got to have sort of one thing that sets you on a long-term path, and then realize that you're building into a new person. You're growing into a new person. This is what I was talking about on the last Raw Talk, which is identifying as someone new. If you are all these unhealthy things. You are the results you have are an amalgamation of all of your unhealthy habits, and you want to all of a sudden be this very healthy, in shape, fit person. You have to be okay getting there over time. You have to commit to the process. You have to commit to the marathon. I'm right now training for my first half marathon, and what I'm learning about race pace is you want to start slower than you think you should. It should feel easy. It absolutely should feel easy in your first mile, 2 miles. And then you kick it up a little bit. And then you kick it up a little bit. And then you kick it up a little bit. So that first couple miles, that beginning part of the race, it's really meant to help you acclimate to being in the race. You weren't running before the race started. Now you're moving your body, and you've got to move your body for a long time. For me, it's going to be about 2 hours to get through a half marathon. I'm not a fast runner by any means. I'm new to running. Do you see? Like, I'm new to running. I'm not a super fast runner. So I know that my first couple miles are probably going to be sitting around the 10 to 11 minute mile mark. My Runna app tells me I could do it at probably like 9 to 9:30, but I know I'm going to hang out right around 10 minutes for probably the first 3 miles. 10 to 9:30, somewhere in that window. And then I'll kick it up, and then I'll kick it up, and then I'll kick it up, and then I'll kick it up. It's the same thing with a fat loss journey, a weight loss journey. Start slower than you think you should. Start at a pace that feels, this is almost too easy. Now that I'm saying this, I'm kind of in reflection. Maybe that is what my client is feeling, my new client, brand new client. Maybe that's what she's feeling, and maybe that's why she's stressed out about it. But if you're feeling like it's too easy at the beginning, that's a good sign. It means you're locked into something that's sustainable. And you've got the beginning of something that, if it feels easy, has some potential to get harder and get tougher. But at the end of the day, if you have to fall back to foundation, you're falling back to something that's easy and sustainable. Whereas if you come out of the gate, like in a marathon, if I come out of the gate, my fastest mile time right now may be about 6:30. I haven't ran just one straight mile to try to see how fast it is. But I'm pretty sure if I did right now, it'd be about 6:30. If I came out of the gate at my marathon running at a 6:30 pace, I'd be done. My time would be absolutely shot, because I'm going to crush all my energy. I'm going to crush all my momentum out at the gate. And then it's a half marathon, so mile 1 I get done at 6:30. The rest of my miles are way less than that. I'm going to be struggling. By the time I get to the back half of the half marathon, who knows what I'm going to be at? 12 minutes a mile? 13 minutes a mile? It's just not a sustainable way to approach a long-term endurance race. So fat loss, weight loss, going from being out of shape to getting in shape, not being fit to being fit, whatever the process is that you're in, let's take a business. You're starting up a business. I've started up multiple businesses. All the businesses that I started white knuckling at the beginning and kind of like trying to go really hard at from day one, they all either failed or I quit them because the pace wasn't sustainable for the long term. Everything that I've ever done that has started slower, started kind of boring, started like I wasn't seeing money in the bank right away. So all the things that I ever succeeded at, those are all the things that ever had any longevity to them for me. So I think this idea stands for a lot of what we do in life, but definitely in a fat loss journey, a weight loss journey. You're trying to get in shape. You can't come out of the jump or out of the gate just like going as hard as you can. You're going to burn out. Yeah, unless you're like the rare person that just from the jump, you're going super hard every day. And a year to 5 years later, you're still going super hard every day. But yeah, that's all I got for today. That was my raw talk. After that call, I was like, dude, I got to make a video here because this is something I feel like a lot of people go through and they face, and it causes them to fall off track if they don't see progress like really quickly. Oh, must not work. It's like you didn't give it time to work. You got to give the process time to work. I mean, at least get to the end of a week before you look back and go, hey, I did everything I was supposed to do over the last week and didn't lose a pound. I'll do it for one more week and see where I'm at, and then maybe readjust. But it's like 3 days in, you can't be stressing. Do not stress yourself out. Let go, get into flow, and commit to the process. Peace.